I'll just come out and say it.
Yeah. Go ahead. No need.
All right, good. Because there will be a game 7.
I was right.
Yes, you was right. You was right. I was wrong. In this case, I'm happy to be wrong though. So happy.
Yeah.
Last night, the Bucks and the Nets did do battles. I know it's hard to see for some reason. You don't want to see him for now. But the Bucks and the Nets did battle last night.
Yeah.
The Nets in a win or go home. I mean, the Bucks in a win or go home situation. The Nets looking to end this series, and the Bucks played just like they played in Game 5, but they have to win this time. They didn't blow the lead.
Yeah.
Also, in this to that, they played better against that man.
Yeah, for sure.
Much better. Now, Kevin Durant's still Kevin Durant, so he dropped 32.
Yeah.
However, gotta give credit to PJ Tucker. I mean, he's been doing his best guarding Kevin Durant this entire series. Also, Giannis guarded him a little bit in those possessions, and he did a good job guarding Kevin Durant. But mostly, PJ Tucker was the one guarding Kevin Durant, and PJ Tucker did a phenomenal job, the best job that he could guarding Kevin Durant, because he didn't shut him down now. But
who can?
Exactly, that is my point. As for the rest of the Nets, James Harden looked like he's a little bit more healthy in terms of how he was shooting.
Yeah.
But you can still see he's not 100%, not going as hard as he usually does, not driving to the hoop as much as he does. A lot of it is more towards the shooting part.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to aggravate that hamstring. A lot of times they had Giannis guarding him. I guess trying to pressure him, trying to force him to do more. And some of those times got the better of Giannis.
Yeah, no question.
However, Harden wasn't Harden.
No.
Yeah, Jeff Green didn't drop 27 this game. He struggled in this game. And yeah, I mean, this was basically, in terms of the Nets, take out Jeff Green, and it was just Kevin Durant doing most of a little bit of James Harden too, as well. But
and Blake Griffin.
And Blake Griffin too. But we're gonna need a lot more production from the other guys. Jeff Green has stepped up last game. He's struggling in this game. Gonna need some other production from somebody else. Obviously, Harden's playing hurt.
Yeah.
So can't expect him to do much, even though he did have a nice game in last night. So another guy step up. Joe Harris, we've been looking. You have been absent. Like,
you stupid.
We've been looking for you, Joe. We've been looking. I don't know where you've been, Joe. You haven't. You've been struggling for majority of this series. Am I bugging, or am I right in that assessment?
Shit, man. Okay, like probably in the blowout he had a good game. I don't remember.
In the first 2 games he played good.
Yeah, but outside of that, in terms of the rest of the series, I haven't really heard his name much. But you can see frustration on him though. He is aggravated at the fact that hasn't been able to replicate what he's been able to do in games 1 and 2 for the rest of the series. But now this is his time to show up big next game. Sometimes you need that spark, and you need to be. Sometimes, again, I always say home court advantage. Sometimes you need your home floor to play better.
Last game you didn't play well either, but
hey man, sometimes again in game 7 people change up. It's more pressure, but then this is the point where we see who, who breaks under the pressure, who becomes diamonds in the pressure.
Yeah, that's a good quote. Write it down. Speaking of pressure, let's go to the Bucks for a second. Win or go home for them, so the pressure's all on them. They're on their home floor. They're expected to win this game. You have to win this game, and they got the job done. Middleton, a much better game,
The big three,
much
bro.
better game.
Yeah.
Scoring machine. Seeing what Middleton can really does when he's in rhythm.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people that can guard Middleton when he's like this.
Yeah, Middleton is a tough cover, especially because of his shot creating and shot making ability of putting the ball down on the floor. And that's the reason and this team doesn't get nowhere. I know they got Drew Holiday now, but you could say before Holiday and probably with Holiday on the team, this team doesn't go anywhere without him on the team because of that creation and how it helps out Giannis.
He might be their most important player because he
Yeah,
can create his own shot, and he's very good at creating his own shot. Very skilled.
and a very good.
Yep, and a good shooter. Oh, speaking of someone like you just mentioned, Giannis. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that can guard that man. Actually, I don't think anybody can guard him. That's why you need a whole team with chemistry and defense to set up and stop him. Giannis at his best is just an absolute freak, the Greek freak, if I might add. He's a monster. Jeff Green was trying his best, as he's been doing for majority of this series. But something different with Giannis was he was a little more patient in this game, not just charging at all times. Also took a lot more smarter shots in terms of getting to his spots, being aggressive, getting when he's post up. There was one possession though when he took a jump shot on Landry Shaman. But besides that, most of the time it was him going to the basket.
Yeah.
Once Giannis is in that paint area, that's his area.
Yeah. Once he gets to the center of that lane right there, that's bread and butter for him in terms of being around the paint, And here's my thing, right? You were probably going to allude to this person also, but the big three for the Bucks all had tremendous games. And that's what you
Drew, they put up points.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call that game tremendous. He was struggling for majority of the game in terms of scoring, but he did do everything else.
Yeah. But but this is how the Bucks should have been, and they were last game until collapse happened, which collapses were happening a lot in game fives. But you like to see it, and you talk about that run that they had
in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, in that fourth quarter, you know what I mean? And this is where I say Giannis got blessed with the greatest gift of all, because with the way that they were playing defense, their defense was tremendous on the Nets. That it was basically up and down, run up and down the floor for the majority of that fourth quarter. It's like whenever they got a bucket, they back on the defensive end, and they trapping, they closing out, they disrupting the net scheme, and next thing probably 1 minute later, or probably not even 1 minute later, probably 20 seconds later, they back down the floor. It was crazy, man. Their defense to offense transition was amazing in that fourth quarter, and the Nets again, they had no answer. They really had no answer.
Yep, and you talk about that defense of the Bucks in that second half, definitely in that fourth quarter. It was tremendous.
Yeah.
The Nets got sloppy with the ball due to the Bucks defense. It was getting steals on Kevin Durant was turning the ball over, Harden was turning the ball over, and that was leading to just getting easy buckets in the paint due to Giannis right there here. And when Giannis gets the ball in transition, the defense is not set. So now you're scrambling. Now you got to try to draw a charge quick. That's what Joe Harris tried to do, and he didn't get in position and won.
Exactly.
He's just the absolute
Exactly. And
beast
also
in
going
fast
back to
break.
the Nets, yeah,
I was going
yeah,
back to the
for real.
Nets.
And going back to the Nets, like when they did get a shot, or they did like because like again, the Bucks defense was so amazing from the three, they couldn't get off a shot. Like it was impossible. So they had to rely on attacking. And when they did get inside the paint, it was just like, do I really want this ball to go inside the hole? Nah. They go up with the layup and it just goes right back out. And I was like, yo, nah, that's day room. Yeah, it was tough for the Nets in that fourth quarter. Great job by the Bucks with their execution of play at that time.
Mm-hmm. Also, differently, what I saw was a lot less just one on one. Besides Middleton, who was cooking, but a lot less one on one. Let's go into the hoop. When Brook Lopez got majority of his buckets, it was inside because he's a great low post player, and I've been playing great when he's in the low post. So Mike Budenholzer, please stick to that. Please. That might help you steal the series.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about Drew Holiday real quick. Because, like I said, he didn't have a tremendous game. And the only reason why he didn't have a tremendous game was because he was settling. He was taking too many threes, and he missed too many threes. He was 1 for 10. But when he was in the paint, when he was attacking the basket, he was getting those layups. He was finishing because he's a good finisher.
Yeah.
And when Drew Holiday isn't the best one-on-one step back three player,
Yeah.
he needs to be more aggressive in terms of finishing. Stop settling for jump shots.
No
Stop
question.
settling. Stop playing one-on-one in terms of jump shooting. When you play one-on-one and you attack the basket, that's your best game.
Yeah, not sending for the side steps and step backs that you were just talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Drew Holiday is too smart of a player to just keep doing that.
Yeah, well, yeah, Drew Holiday. Look, let me say something. Drew Holiday knows his game. You know what I mean? And even though he's not like a good shooter, like a Chris Middleton, he does know that he could hit those on occasion. He could hit the mid range. He could hit
Yeah,
the
he
mid.
could.
He could get into the paint, but the three is well, people could still always develop even later in their career. So the three ball is still in development for him, which is hence why I can understand. But it's just like when you play that one-on-one game, you can't go with that. But if you have an open shot, take the open shot. You know what I mean? If you have a wide open three, obviously take the wide open three.
Yes, but a lot of those threes weren't wide open. Some of them were, but a lot of them weren't.
Yeah, not a good look.
I don't know. It's not like he's a bad 3-point shooter. When he's open, yeah, he can hit them.
Yeah,
he's a player that can shoot. Not a bad shooter.
Yeah,
but he's not those one of the type of players when he's gonna get the ball, shimmy, step back three.
Yeah, nah, no question, no.
If he's in rhythm, possibly, yeah, he could, yeah, when he's in rhythm.
Yeah,
but he's not a great 3-point shooter. He's in good open 3-point shooter. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
But if he keeps doing that, he's gonna hurt himself in Game 7. He's gonna hurt the team in Game 7.
Yep, no question.
So he needs to go in and attack and finish. Brook Lopez, and he's staying low post. Mike and Giannis needs to stay in the low post, doing what he's doing, which is what he did last night. Attacking, staying in that paint area, and dominating. Because he's a two-time MVP. And that's what he did when he was a two-time MVP.
Yeah.
Not a fadeaway turnaround on the one-legged James Harden. Also, I wish that they attacked James Harden more.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on there on one leg. Just go at him.
Yeah. They're not that, and that's something that I'm surprised they're not taking advantage of. They're not being smart of the fact that you have a person who basically let me not say defensively, because he actually it's crazy. They made him look like one of the best defenders out there, James Harden, in a way.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have an advantage of the fact of going against an injured player who has an injury in terms of lower extremity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he can't move or be mobile as he is compared to when he's healthy. But no NBA plays healthy. But hey, again, when he's healthy or when he looks healthy, you know, you have not taken advantage of that. And that kind of been easy buckets, let me not say easy buckets, but that kind of been simple points right there. Simple points of the fact that you're taking advantage of a guy who probably can't move the same way he is defensively. So that was your opportunity. And I don't think the Bucks have really struck that yet. And I think it's too late now. Game 7, I think he's going to be fine. He's been playing through it.
Yeah, yeah. Game 7. Game 7. It's what it is. It's what it's all about for a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's big. Win or go home for both teams in this situation now. Will Kyrie play? I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
I look, man, this is too crucial for a moment. I don't think Kyrie's gonna miss it. You know, in my opinion, I just feel like that. I feel like Kyrie ain't gonna miss it.
I know, but if he's injured, he's injured. You know?
Well, Harden was injured, and we didn't expect him to come back.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's worse. I don't know if ankle injury is worse or a hamstring injury is worse. I don't know which one is worse. But
well, considering Kawhi Leonard has an ankle injury and is out indefinitely, maybe. Well, actually, it's not even about that. It's just about how severe each injury is.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Big time.
So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But the Bucks did their job in Milwaukee, and as the Bucks fans chanted, "Bucks in 7." Will that happen? I don't think so. But they made it this far, so it could happen. It is a real possibility as the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Brooklyn Nets in Game 6 to tie the series and force a Game 7 in Brooklyn. You called it. Good job.
Thank you, brother.
But all right, before we go into predictions, some news, and some big news. First, let's get into the biggest, possibly, as Mavericks head coach Rick Carlisle has announced that he is stepping down as the Mavericks head coach. Rick Carlisle has been there for 14 years.
Again, I did not know it was that long.
I didn't know it was that long either, but I knew that he was there. He was their head coach when they won the NBA championship back in 2011 with Dirk and Jason Terry, Jason Kidd, and all those guys, beating the big 3 Miami Heat. Of course, who can forget that final series? Some may want to forget that one. But Rick Carlisle's been there since. He's a championship head coach. He's a great head coach. It's unfortunate for Dallas. Also, I don't know if you heard, but earlier in the week, the president for the Mavericks had stepped down. Or the GM of the Mavericks have stepped down.
Oh man, I did not know that. To me, hearing all of this, like with Rick Kyle making the decision to step down and stuff, it came out of shock because I did not like. I know you should not expect much, especially from the business of basketball, because anything can happen out of nowhere. But this one, I really did not expect because it's just like he didn't look like he wanted to part ways before, and I don't know where all this change of heart came from, but also it didn't look like Dallas wanted to even replace him. I think in both sides, they both looked like they had faith in each other whatsoever. But hey, whatever it is, I guess they felt like it was just their time. Sometimes it's probably, I don't think it's a business thing. I think it's a half business thing, but half personal feel and belief.
Well, it seemed to me like Mark Cuban, obviously owner of the Mavericks, he didn't fire Rick Carlisle. He didn't want him to resign. I think Rick Carlisle, this was his decision.
Which means if he's doing that, then okay, this is a stupid thing to assume, but he's probably done with coaching, I guess.
I don't think he's done with coaching, to be honest. I just think he's done with Dallas. I think there might be some behind the scenes things going on with them because he steps down. Donnie Nelson, by the way, GM of the Dallas Mavericks, had stepped down earlier in the week, and he's been there for 24 years.
Mm.
So that's why I think there's more to this. I don't know, maybe they're upset with Mark Cuban or something, because there's no a GM and a head coach that's both been there for that long, both stepping down out of nowhere. There's something going on in Dallas. I don't know what is going on in Dallas. I don't like to assume. I know there's some rumors around there, but unless it's official, I don't want to really talk about that.
When you get rid of Steve Nash and then years later you pick up freaking Kyle Kuzma, then yeah, I can understand why you want to step down.
All right. First of all, the Steve Nash thing is done. That was just 03. And yeah, and he stopped disrespecting Porzingis like that.
Oh, forget the second Porzingis. Is you disrespecting Kyle Kuzma, man? Like, let me stop.
Man, that's why these players need to stay off social media. But yeah, that's why I think, because it seems to me Rick Carlisle is going to keep coaching.
Yeah. Well, he don't look done, but I was just making the assumption, like if he just went to up and leave Dallas like that, and like we don't know why or anything personal or deep or anything like that. Well, not saying it's any of our business to know how deep it is, but it's just like it'd be kind of weird. It's just like, does he really want to still coach? Like, that's what I would think. That's what I would think, and that's what I'm thinking right now.
I see your point, but I think he still wants to coach, and I think he's going to coach. And obviously, any team would be lucky to have him. I mean, he's Rick Carlisle. He's a great NBA coach. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a championship NBA coach. He's been around for decades now in this league as coach. He was a Pistons coach before Larry Brown was their coach.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he will obviously find another job. It depends on where he's going, if he wants to go there, if he wants to keep coaching. But yeah, Dallas got to find a new GM. Now he has to find a new head coach.
Yeah.
Something's going on in Dallas. Something is going on. But all right, other news. Right after that, the NBA All Rookie teams were announced. So the first team, let's talk about it. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year. Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Saddiq Bey, and Jayshawn Tate. All NBA All Rookie first teams. You guys listen, man. You was disrespecting Saddiq Bey for so long. I told you that he was good.
I never said he was bad.
But no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
You know,
that.
I never say he was bad.
All right, you never did. That's true. But you laugh at him every time. Ever since the Pistons beat the Celtics that day.
Tatum.
And that was the first time we both heard about him.
Tatum and Brown made him do that to them. That's embarrassing.
Well, isn't that embarrassing now? He's for All NBA for rookie first team.
Okay, it's not that embarrassing now, but hey.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he is. He could potentially become a star. Well, we don't know much about him, so let's see how much he develops over time. He could be a star. I'm not gonna go far and say a superstar though, but a star.
Well, we don't know. Who knows? But he has a bright future. He has a bright future. I don't know if that bright future is in Detroit, but all rookie second team: Emmanuel Quickley, Desmond Bain, Isaiah Stewart, Isaac Okoro, and Patrick Williams.
Who? Let me say something. When it comes to the first team, I love it, right? But second team, if they're still going the way that they was for the All NBA in terms of positions, then then there's not I could argue with this one. But in terms of if it was positionless, I feel like Emmanuel quickly belongs in the first team.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel that too.
Yeah,
He probably would have replaced Sadiq Bey
yeah,
possibly because Jason Tate was playing great for Houston for a time.
yeah, and that's the reason I'm saying, look at we. It may sound biased because, of course, you got the hat on and stuff, and people know that. I think it's been well documented by the things that we have said at times that we're from that state. But it's just like no. If you saw Emmanuel quickly, the dude, and it's crazy because Tom Thibodeau playing a rookie, you don't really hear that much. But well, he didn't start over playing, but
Nope, he didn't start, and he got less and less time towards the end of the season.
yeah, but whenever Emmanuel quickly played, he looked like a natural out there, and he was one of the main successes or one of the big time stories to the success of this team as the year went on. Like so I just felt like I that's the only thing. But outside of that, I don't got a problem with the list. All these rookies did really good. I don't know much about the players from the second team. I'll admit that. Like I know about Patrick Williams a little bit. I do know about Isaac Okoro,
I do know
but
about him too.
but again, he's
Isaiah Stewart is the one I know a little bit about.
yeah,
He was a good player. He's obviously from the Detroit Pistons as well.
yeah.
But I'm not too familiar about the Pistons, and can you really blame me? Desmond Bain for the
Yeah, I know.
Memphis Grizzlies. He played great for the Memphis Grizzlies, so I definitely know about him. Patrick Williams also played great for the Bulls, even though they were just on a downward spiral after they got Vucevic somehow.
Yeah.
And Isaac Okoro, he played for the Cavs, started some games too,
Yeah.
and he played good. So
Yeah. But there's why they don't talk, we don't know about well, we know about him, but don't know about him much. He plays in
Isaac Okoro.
Ohio. Yeah, because he plays in Ohio.
Well, I know I've seen Isaac Okoro whenever I watch the Cavs because I watch Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, and all that. So
Yeah.
I was like, why is he? And sometimes he'd be starting games. I'm like, ooh. And that's how I got familiar with him. And now I see him, I was like, oh, okay, now I understand. Because he's actually nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all rookie second team. Do you have any snubs in mind? I couldn't think of one until I heard Jay Williams and Jalen Rose saying Cole Anthony.
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't know if he played enough games because he was hurt.
Yeah, but Cole Anthony's impact for the Orlando Magic was really good, but it's just like again, they didn't win nothing, so it's like there's not really much you could do for them.
Yeah, because the Cavs and the Pistons did.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, yeah, I can't talk about the Pistons, but
Or the
but
Cavs.
or okay, if you talk
Or the
about
Bulls.
yes, but if we're talking about Cole Anthony, and again, we got to go by positions, right? Unfortunately, we got to go by positions, right?
Oh,
If you
yeah.
look at that guard spot, individually, he didn't have a better season than obviously Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball. Well, most definitely didn't have a better season than both of those guys. One of them is the rookie of the year. Come on now.
Yeah.
And in terms of Quickly and Bane, you can make an argument he probably had a better season than Bane individually. Because don't forget again, Bane. Well, I don't wait. Is Cole Anthony coming off the bench? No, I'm bugging. I don't remember. But it's just like their roles for the team is like one has to do a little bit more than the other. I don't feel like with Bane, the situation that he's in is a different story. Unlike Cole Anthony, who's in a losing situation, so it's like he could have that green light in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And but so there's an argument there. But in terms of Quickly, no, he didn't have a better season than Quickly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but could have that argument. You made a great point about Desmond Bain in terms of two different roles, two different teams. So you can understand that point about that. That's the only debate that I can think of in terms of rookies. I can't think of all the other rookies. Peyton Pritchard, I don't think he would have been able to get on this team.
Wiseman was hurt.
James Wiseman was hurt. He obviously would have been. He would have been first team if he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can think of right now. Obi Toppin, Tom Thibodeau hates him, so he didn't get enough playing time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the all rookie first team and second team for this year. Oh, and Danny Avida.
Yeah, but he got injured though.
That was very late, but I don't think he put enough production anyway.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he put in better production than no forward spot, right? I don't think he put in better production than Bay or Thing or Tate and you said and Okoro
Isaiah Stewart.
and Isaiah Stewart. You could okay, you can make a debate. He probably put in more production than Stewart, and I don't know about. I doubt he put in more production than Okoro, but
I don't think he put in more production than Stewart. I'm not sure.
yeah, but yeah, man, that and we gotta look at individually, but that and also they probably doing the recency bias, so I don't think
It could, yeah. It could that could be true. That could be true.
yeah.
But all right. That's all out the way now. There's no other news that I can think of, right?
No.
Oh, all right. So let's get into tonight's predictions. Win or go home for two teams. Two of the teams that are win or go home are the number one seed for both conferences. Let's get into the one in the East. ESPN 730. Coming off of one of the most shocking, biggest comebacks in playoff history, the 76ers look to bounce back, get this win in Atlanta, and force a game 7 and go back to Philly against these Atlanta Hawks, who have all the confidence in the world coming off of that 27-point comeback and going into Atlanta with a lead chance to win the series. Who do you have?
If I had the opportunity to flip-flop again, I will have to admit my answer would be different. But since I did say I'm not going to do that anymore and I'm going to keep faith with who I got in my prediction, I will have to go choose with Philadelphia. But the chances are highly slim, flat as this table that I'm resting on right now. You know, because the confidence, the morale, and then they feel like as if they could make it to the finals with the way that they've been playing.
Yep, but they don't have all the confidence in the world. Confidence is not something that they never lacked.
Exactly. And it just went off the roof after that comeback win. So
yep, and that's why I got Atlanta. I know number one seed, the Sixers, championship contenders. Atlanta, one of the big surprises of this year. Yeah. With the switch of Lloyd Pierce out and Nick McMillan in. But man, that win, if you just go back and just watch midway in the fourth quarter, just look at how the Sixers were. Just look. Not to analyze their basketball play, just look at them. Body language down. Confidence down. Heads down. Heads down, either not in their heads, in shame and disgust, like, oh my God, I just can't believe this is happening right now. One of the most important things about basketball, probably even more important than skill or anything else, is confidence.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have confidence,
you lost right then and there.
Yep. And your skill doesn't translate.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I don't see the Sixers based off that. I don't think they're gonna win this game. And plus, Atlanta, yeah, coming off that big win, how else like you're on top of the world right now? This is your chance to close it out
and shock the world.
Yep, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So I got Atlanta.
And you know who's going to be laughing at all of this if it happens?
Ben Simmons. Oh, what? Who?
Probably Ben Simmons, but Tim Duncan. You catch me right there?
A lot of people not, but I get you. I get you. I get you. Yep. We gotta have a lot of discussion if Atlanta does win this game, but we'll hold on that for now. And next up, the other number one seed in the Western Conference facing elimination. ESPN, right after that game, 10 o'clock. The Utah Jazz, coming off of their loss, living and dying by the three-pointer in Game 5, look to bounce back and force a Game 7, go back to Utah up against playoff P. No Kawhi, just playoff P. And Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris and the rest of these Clippers with, again, because we've been here before, again, a win or go home situation for the other team. These Clippers with the chance to close it out and get to the Western Conference Finals, something that they have never done in their entire franchise's history.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. As much as I love superstar PG-13 and the things that he could do, that conference finals is not happening this year. They're going to have to wait another year. Again, I had the Jazz. I'm sticking to the Jazz.
I think this is more based off hate, but sure.
No, it's not based off hate, man. It's not based off hate. Let's just look at the context, man. Let's look at the context. Yes, playoff P. I don't think he likes to use that nickname anymore because it brought him bad luck. So, but I'm going to call him that still. Playoff P. He showed up big, gave his team the series lead with not the main superstar on the team, the number one guy on the team. Not in their home floor whatsoever. So this should give them confidence, but a hurt Donovan Mitchell or a healthy Donovan Mitchell, this Jazz team is still deadly. And they're going to find a way to try to strike back in any way they can. And they got the dog in them. They got the dog in them. And you're not going to... Let me tell you something. If Utah starts to get hot in multiple ways, I don't know how the Clippers are going to combat them, no matter how more talented they are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. However, I got to flip-flop again. Because this Clippers team, they know, even though this is a must-win for the Jazz, this is a must-win for them.
Yeah.
I got the Clippers. The reason why is because they're going to have to come out and think like this is their Game 7. They have to come out with that energy. You have to come out with that focus and that what's the word? Like we got to go and get it.
Oh, that mentality, that toughness.
Yeah, that mentality. Okay. You know, no slouching, can't be lacking, can't be like, oh, we still have another game. No, I think they know that they need to win this game. Yeah. Because, my opinion, if they don't win this game, Utah is going to win the game in Game 7.
Yeah, that arrogance. Come with that arrogance, man.
And I think they know that. Maybe not know that Utah will definitely win in Game 7, but I don't think they're even thinking about Game 7 because they know this is their Game 7. They have to win this game. Otherwise, the Jazz will win the series.
Yeah.
No question. That's in my opinion. So for this game, I'm riding with the Clippers. And that means for this series, as of now, I'm riding with the Clippers. If they win this game. Because they have to win this game. If they lose, I'm not riding with them. But they have to win this game.
Yeah, but what a bad turn of events for them at the last moment. But yeah.
We'll see. Will the Clippers' luck or unluckiness strike them again? 0-8 in advancing to the Western Conference Finals. Chances are that's not how you say it, but whatever. They have won 0 times. When they had the opportunity to close out the series, they lost 8 times. Of course, 3 times last year. Game 5, Game 6, Game 7 against the Nuggets. Who could forget that series? Also, can't forget the Rockets series.
Yeah, 2015.
Yep. They lost Game 5, Game 6, and Game 7.
Yep.
Get that. There was two more, and I'm trying to remember, and I can't remember. Two more losses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Might have been a little longer ago, but
Are you talking about
with
Memphis?
chances to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, close out, and they
Oh,
lost. I mean, Western Conference Finals, and they lost.
shoot. Was it Memphis
Then
or OKC? OKC. I think it was OKC.
no, they weren't up 3-2 against OKC.
Dang,
This must have been an older series.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Most famously, the Denver Nuggets series that just recently happened, and the Houston Rockets series.
Oh. Was it Utah?
That was first round.
That was first time, right? Dang, I can't remember then. Or was it the Blazers?
That was. They never faced the Blazers in the first round. Or
we talking about
the playoffs.
Didn't they face the Blazers one time, and then Blake and CP got hurt?
Oh, that was in the first round. Yeah, that was in the first round. Yeah, I remember that. Austin Rivers and Jamal Crawford. Yeah, that's what series talking about. That was in the first round. They got swept because Blake and CP3 got hurt. But all right, enough of the Clippers history. Big game sixes, winner go homes for the number one seed in both conferences. Shocking that they can both be eliminated. My predictions, they both will be eliminated. So going into the conference finals, there will be no number one seed.
That's crazy.
That is ridiculous. You better show out. But all right. I think it's time to wrap things up now. Ja, final thoughts.
Yeah. He did show out. It's just that they
show out again in the fourth quarter this time too. And don't miss free throws, please. Yeah. Or tell your point guard, don't miss free throws either.
Yeah. Well, I want to say something real quick about that man right behind you. Not him, the one before. The one before.
Yeah, him.
Hey man, again, yes. I said it before and I'll say it again. The proclamation. If people are questioning your superstar status, this is the game. I'm not gonna say everything online because they ain't a game 7, but you have the series.
I think it's their game 7. Everything's on the line. Fuck that. Everything's on the line.
Okay, yes. Everything's on the line. You have no Kawhi. People are again starting to question you talking about. You remember when we talking to our friends about this, how they say he's all right. Like what? He's all right.
Yeah, it's the haters, man. Haters.
But hey, look, I'm not saying you got anything to prove to anybody. Again, you're one of the best talents to come across within this generation and probably like top 50 all time. But this is your calling. This is your opportunity. This is your moment to show up. Come up big. Let's see. Could you play with that swagger you've been showing in these last 3 games? Could you play with that confidence? And could that confidence carry you all the way to finally push this franchise to their first ever conference finals in franchise history? They never did this when they were in Buffalo, San Diego, and now Los Angeles. And now it's their time. And it could all be because of you, PG. So let's see.
Or you could lose and everybody go back taking you again.
Yeah, that's a scarier way to put it. That's a scary but a simple way to put it to scare him into it.
Mm-hmm. But PG, please ball out. If you're not gonna be the main reason they got win, because other players ball out as well, like Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, Terrence Mann. Don't be the reason that they lose. Please don't.
Yeah.
You gotta step up, PG. You gotta step up. You gotta show out.
Big time.
For the sake of you and this Clippers team. This is your best chance to go to West Conference Finals, even if Kawhi Leonard's hurt.
For the first time ever. Just know, the Braves couldn't do this in Buffalo in the 70s. Even what Mac could do.
Okay, man. But yeah. Come on, PG. Come on, Clippers. All right. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's podcast. Review the big game 6s in the league. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, support the channel, give us feedback, all that good stuff.
And also follow IG and our TikTok down in the description below.
Yes, and of course, once again, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
This is the Minor Basketball Podcast.
Playoff edition.
Might be no number one seed edition.
Take care, everyone. Yo, I hate you. Like,
What?
leave it be. He
Hey,
showed up.
trust the process. Y'all about to be out. Trust the process. Yeah, about to be out.
All right, dang it. Now I got to bring up a question real quick.
Oh my God, what? Before we go, what?
Oh, so just real quickly, do you think one of the players is gone?
Who, the one right behind me?
Yeah. I doubt they're going to trade the big man, but I'm
That'll be
just
the
saying.
stupidest thing they ever trade Embiid. Yeah, Embiid over Simmons. It's like choosing Penny over Shaq. Oh wait, that happened.
Nah, you don't have to flame Orlando like that, bro.
No, yes. If it has to be between them, bye.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, we can leave it like that.
Yeah.
Show up tomorrow, Ben and Embiid. Definitely Ben. You too, Donovan. Try to show up as well. Goodbye, everybody.